Owning a rental property is going to make you broke. Do you know how much it's going to cost you to keep that property in service? These are the comments that we got when people found out that we're going to be renting out our property. But how much money do you need to keep behind every single month to make sure you can afford to fix anything that goes wrong with your rental property? There are different schools of thought here. Some people say you need $1 per square foot per year. So if you have a 2,000 square foot house, you need $2,000 per year. Some people say you need 10% of the gross rental income every single month held back in case you need to make a repair. But after renting out our property now for 2 years, I can tell you how much we actually spent and which category it falls under. So the first thing that we had to do in our property was we had to get a light replaced and we had to get the toilet fixed. Now that came to $450. Not too bad if you ask me. I didn't have to go and do any of the work and we got it fixed within a couple of days, so our tenants were really happy. The next thing that we had to do was get our gutters cleaned, and that cost us $250. I'm scared of heights and I don't have time to go and do that, so it worked out for us. So $700. At the same time as that, we were getting our yard mowed, and that was costing us about $100 bi-weekly. So $200, and it was around about 6 months of the year that we ended up getting that mowed, so that was $1,200. So we were at $1,900 to maintain our property for year one. Doesn't sound too bad, right? Well, year two, it got worse. Boiler service, $250, which you just have to get done every single year. Septic tank pumping, $250, $500 for year two already. And then we need to replace the deck. So we're at $1,400 for the deck, $1,900 all in for the year. Not included in the $1,400 for the deck was my labor, my wife's labor, and my father-in-law's labor. So if we had paid ourselves an hourly salary, it took us about a day. So we would have had 24 hours roughly multiplied by whatever labor is for building a deck. Let's just say $50. So that would have been, yeah, another $1,200. Then the dryer crapped out. So $500 for a new dryer. $2,400. Because winter rolls around every single year and you've got the fall and all the leaves falling down, we need our gutters cleaned again. So there's another $250. So we're at $2,650. Then we had some miscellaneous faucets leak and some drain issues that we had to repair, and I did that all on my own, and pieces and parts, it came to $200. So we're now at $2,850. And then, well, you've still got mowing because you need to maintain that property, and that was $200 again a month over 6 months. So that was another $1,200. So we are now at $4,050. And that does round off the 2-year mark. So for the year, that's pretty expensive. Now over these 2 years, were we closer to $1 per square foot, or were we closer to the 10% per month of the gross income? Well, if it were based on $1 per square foot as a 2,000 square foot home, so that would be $2,000, and we completely blew that budget in year two. And in year one, we were over that as well. So that wouldn't work for us. We'd be left high and dry with no money set aside. So does the 10% figure work? I'd say yes. However, it's not going to be enough if you need to do any major repairs like a new roof, or if you need to replace a septic tank or a boiler, something like that. You're not going to be able to cover that cost. So you should definitely have more money set aside than just the 10%. But if you're looking for money to add into a kitty for repairs so that you have it just to keep the property running, 10% is a good number to do per month based on the gross rental income. Our property had a new boiler a few years ago, it had a new roof a few years ago, and basically the whole house was completely gutted about 4 years before we put it into service. So everything in there is new, so we don't have to worry about things crapping out on us. However, having some cash reserve on top of the 10% every single month is going to help that property keep running, because if you don't repair something in your rental property, your tenants aren't going to pay. And if I were your tenants, I wouldn't be paying either. So I really want to make sure that we get some really good service in there. We get these things fixed as quickly as possible. We keep the lawn looking good. We make sure the septic tank's pumped. We make sure the leaves aren't getting clogged up into the gutter and then causing any ice dams back up into the roof, because that'd be a really expensive repair. And if you pass anything like that back on to your tenants and something does go wrong, you're going to have to foot the bill. If you're expecting tenants to clean gutters for you, it's just not going to work out. So, well, a couple of changes that we're making for this year is I'm going to be mowing myself. I got myself a zero turn and a trailer. and that has brought our cost down every single month now to about $100. I also needed a new mower, so it kind of works out in our favor. So we're going to be able to half the cost of mowing, and I will be doing it myself, and I'm not going to be including a labor fee in there because I'm already kind of doing things around the house anyway, maintaining garden beds that our landscaping guy wasn't doing. And it allows me to then go in and clean the siding if need be, and then just make sure that we're keeping a really close eye on the property in case anything does go wrong on the outside that we don't see. So did these repairs that we made in year 2 make us broke? No, we had the money set aside, so it was easy just to pay cash, get everything taken care of, and move on with our lives and make sure that the tenants were happy. If you don't have a high cash flow property, things are going to be tight and really difficult if you don't have that cash flow to make sure that you have the money set aside to be able to pay for these things. Likewise, if you spend your money or put it somewhere else and you don't have that money set aside and something goes wrong, you're going to be in a little bit of a pickle.